everyone, it is great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight is going to be a totally different episode for Dee's Delights. I'm actually going to take a trip to visit my brother-in-law, which is my husband's brother, Dave. Him and his wife are butchering 2 pigs. Don't worry, you won't see any blood. What you're going to do is learn where your bacon, sausage, ham, all of that good stuff that we love to eat and we go pick it up at the store and it's already prepped and ready to go. You're just going to see a little bit about the process and hopefully you'll learn something along the way. But if you are a sensitive viewer, you may not want to watch it. You're not going to see much of anything, but it might just be the idea of what's going on. In this video, we're going to meet Lucy and Ethel, 2 pigs that are going to be butchered today. One weighs about 250 pounds. The other one is estimated to be about 400 pounds. So we'll learn a little bit about the process. Then after they prep the pigs and put them in the smokehouse and do all that, we're going to see sausage being ground. We're also going to visit the smokehouse. So I think it's interesting. I think you'll learn something. There again, if you don't think you want to watch it, don't worry. In about another 2 days, you'll see regular videos of all your tasty favorites here on Dee's Delights. So, let's go. Here we go, butchering a pig. I must be honest, I've never done this before. I don't know if I'll ever want to witness this again, but, you know, you need to know where your food's coming from. So here we are, heading up to David's. My brother-in-law Dave, I've known him for like 40 years, went to high school with him. Let's see, back up, here we go. Here we are, up in the woods. Okay, we're gonna go look at another pig/hog.
They're actually called a sow.
A sow.
Because the female pigs are sows.
Oh, I didn't know that. Female pigs are sows. Okay, so these are females.
Yeah, they're both females.
Now is this, have you ever gotten run over by a pig?
That's why I don't get in.
I was going to say I wouldn't, yeah, that's a lot of pig right there.
Ethel.
Ethel, so you named the pigs.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Lucy.
What was the name? What's that?
Lucy.
Lucy and Ethel!
Yeah.
Now, how long does it take for a pig, like, to grow up, or how long do they live before you butcher them?
Well, we got these in July, so they were like 8 weeks old in July.
Okay, in July. So here we are in January. So about 6 months later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the girl I get these from, the mother pig, is over 900 pounds.
oh my gosh.
They're huge. Huge.
That would be, I just can't even imagine. You think this one's about a 400 pounder?
She's big.
Oh my goodness. Now how much food does it take to feed these pigs?
They'll go through 100 pounds in a week of feed. That's just pig chop. We also give them scraps from the house.
Uh-huh.
So it's a lot.
It's a lot. Now when you go to sell this meat, will you cover your cost for feeding?
We don't sell it.
You keep it for
the
yourself.
feed, yes.
So what, do you think you would save money over the long haul by doing this, or do you just enjoy doing it?
It saves money.
Yeah.
So take these to the butcher, they do it by weight. So you could pay like $400 just to have one pig butchered.
Oh wow.
So that's why we do it
You do it
ourselves.
yourself.
And if you breed these, they can have anywhere from 8 to 12 piglets.
Oh my gosh. Now, have you bred any of these?
No.
Do you
No, we're
think
not
you
set up for that.
Okay. What made you guys decide to get into doing this?
When I was little, my dad and I, we would raise pigs, have them butchered.
Okay.
And then Dave said, well, why don't we get pigs?
Well, sure. Why not?
And now he's realized.
Yeah, this is a lot of work. Yeah. Okay. Now, what's he going to do? You probably already told me. You guys don't save the skin, correct?
No.
Because you didn't boil the hair off
Correct.
of it. Okay, so that's going to be tossed.
Yes.
Now, if this is like a 250-pound pig, how much of that is actually meat?
Well, like last year we got like 40 pounds of sausage and about roughly 35 pounds of bacon.
Okay.
The hams were pretty big. So, guessing maybe
Half of the
half of the,
whatever
the weight of the pig.
Yeah.
He likes to leave a little bit of fat on there.
Does that make it a little bit more tender?
That makes it more tender, plus it gives it more flavor.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
like any type of meat that has a little
Exactly.
fat on it. Yep. Now what do you do with this thing here?
This,
Yes.
that's what we use to cut the tail.
The tail.
The tail is just so tough to cut through.
Yeah.
There's 2 halves.
2 halves.
halves.
All right. Now, what do you do with those 2 halves now? Once you have
Okay, we'll
those.
clean them up a little bit, and then I'll take them up and just hang them in the smokehouse for tonight.
Yeah.
Let them hang and settle. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day, so probably Monday morning we'll start in. We'll cut it, quarter it,
Yeah.
cut the hams out, cut the belly out for bacon and the front shoulders, and start to cut it up like that on Monday.
So each of those pieces now, what do you think they weigh? About 50, 80 pounds a piece?
I can lift it pretty easy. It's probably about 500 pounds each side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There it goes.
We're gonna lay a tarp in the bucket,
Yeah.
tractor bucket, and then just lay them right in.
Okay.
And up there in the smokehouse, and I have hooks up there. We just hang them up from the ceiling up
Okay.
there.
Now, you say you're not professionals at this, correct?
Correct.
This is only our 2nd year doing it,
Very good.
and it's been like 30 years since I've done a deer. So we're flying by the seat of our pants here. So any butchers that are watching, you don't have to roll over and shoot yourself. All right, please.
We're just rednecks.
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 We just try. Yeah, okay.
In a few years, you'll be a pro. There's my main squeeze
I got frozen water lines to fix. I went through Shellsburg this morning about 6:15. It was minus 13.
It was -9 here this morning at 7.
-9. I thought I saw that it was minus in some areas. Now, when I came, it was probably about 2 to 3 coming up the road. What is it now? About 4?
The truck said, my phone says 20.
Oh, it does. Well,
It don't feel like
doesn't feel like
feel like
20.
We're actually just going to grind up the sausage right now, and we'll stuff it after we get it all grind.
How many pounds of sausage do you think you have?
60.
60. That's a lot. That's a lot. How much meat did you get out of both pigs? Did you weigh it yet to know exactly?
We just weighed some pieces, like the biggest ham was 22.5 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
The ham.
Yeah.
The bacon will be cured tomorrow. We're gonna cure that tomorrow.
Now, when you cure it, what do you do?
The bacon, we cure it, we put it in a 2.5 gallon Ziploc bag. And we use like pink salt, brown sugar, maple syrup. It has to be the pure maple syrup, not the kind you
Not the,
buy.
like not
the
Aunt Jemima or anything like that. Yeah.
The pure stuff, the expensive stuff.
Yes, yes it is.
And a little bit of pepper and salt. And then we put it in those bags, and then we flip it every day because explain that, honey, where the water.
The salt and the cure pulls all the liquid and the moisture out of the meat. When you have it in that, it's like a dry rub. You put the cure on like a dry rub inside a Ziploc bag, and then you turn it over every day. And at each day there'll be a little bit more juice that comes out of the meat. The salts and everything sucks the
moisture out.
sucks
Okay.
the moisture out of the meat, and that's what cures it. That pulling all that stuff out.
Okay.
And that's about what, 7 days?
It's going to be about 7 days.
And where do you store this while you're doing that?
A lot of times in the fridge. Being it's so cold outside,
You can just set it outside.
we'll
Probably.
put it in one of the sheds at Heated Milk.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the meat really looked good.
It is.
Yeah.
We actually, when he was rinsing the meat off, I put a little piece in the skillet and fried it up. It was good.
It was good,
It was
yeah.
good.
We wanted to check the salt content.
See how salty.
Make sure we had it rinsed good, because when it comes out of the brine,
It's pretty
that's all
salty.
salt. It's
yeah.
very salty.
Yeah.
So we rinse it off, and as it turned out, I had to rinse it twice. And even at that, it's still.
A little salty.
We have it setting in water now. Hopefully that'll take some more out of it.
So is this something that most people would grind like this, or is this a contraption that you made, Dave?
No, this is all KitchenAid stuff. This is
Okay, that's what they would recommend to use for grinding.
for small
For
household
small,
stuff.
okay.
This is nowhere near a commercial
Yeah, of course, yeah.
apparatus, but yeah. Yep.
That'd be
For
sweet.
home use,
Yeah.
this is it.
What are you using to put the sausage in? You said to make like little link sausage.
Actually, it's roast sausage.
Natural hog casings. So normally, say if you didn't buy that at the store, what part of the pig would you use to put the sausage in to make link?
Use the pig's intestines for the casings.
That's the way they used to do it.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
would those that you buy at the store, would they be made of pig's intestines?
Yeah, these are natural ones. So
Okay.
These are from the
They are.
intestines. Yeah, they're natural.
So, good. Well, then at least that way you didn't have to mess with the intestines, even though we got that on video. Yeah. We were blessed by seeing that. Where did this meat come from? What part of the pig?
Actually, it's like some of the roast.
Okay.
Like the pork roast.
Uh-huh. So this could take a while, right? How many pounds is right here?
Don't know.
Don't
We
know.
didn't-
And
I
how many pans do you have like that? Is those what I saw? 6 Oh, wow. You guys will be here a while.
Mom actually came up and cut this and chunked this meat up for us. As it's coming off the pig, it's like doing hamburger. You have extra meat,
Yeah.
you know, all of your cuts. It goes into the sausage. And then when she was done with that, the pieces that go into the smokehouse, then it had to be put in the brine. So we did that same evening. That smokehouse is not made to cook meat. A lot of your modern smokers, you want to cook the meat as you're smoking it, but the old time smokehouse is not like that. It's called a cold smoke. So where you don't want any heat at all in the smokehouse. We ended up with way too much fat. They recommend a ratio of 70 to 30 lean to fat, and we have a whole pan, well, 13 pounds
A fat.
just of fat.
Wow. Now, what will you do with that, or will you just dispose of it?
We were going to go ahead and try to make lard,
Okay.
but we don't have the time, so a friend of hers is going to take it, and he's going to render that down for lard for
Okay.
his own self.
So when you do, like, turn it into lard, what's the process to turn?
Just cook it.
Just cook it.
down.
Cook it down.
3 hours.
After we grind it, we'll mix it. We should probably grind it again. Most depends on the texture. To get the right texture,
Yeah.
we'll regrind it. That'll help mix it in, you know, the recipe also.
This is the gland that you watch out for.
This is part of a gland right here
Uh-huh.
that we missed during when we cut them up. There's a few places on the hull. One of them is shoulder where there's some glands. And we
So-
missed them, but
So you won't put that into the
right, this
sausage.
stays, we'll just lay that out.
You also said you looked for any hairs that you might have missed.
Any hairs or specks of dirt that might have been missed, we're looking for that now.
What you're gonna season the pork with is maple pork seasoning.
Yeah. And each one does 25 pounds.
So each of these bags.
And this is your old-fashioned sage. To us, that's the best.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
You have to have the sage in there.
Yeah.
If not, it's just, I don't know, it
It's
has
just
no flavor.
No, there's no point. This is some of the sausage. This is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Did you already taste it?
Not this one.
Yeah.
Not this one? You've already
this one.
tasted it? Oh my, that's good.
Is it?
I think it's good. What's your thoughts?
That's good.
That is very good. That is the best sausage I have ever had. That's really good. Yeah.
Have some more, Tanya.
I'll have one more little piece. Just this little piece right here.
That'll work.
That's really
That's the
good.
sage.
Stuff it.
Okay, stuff it. Do I?
That was the taste test to make sure that they didn't need to change anything in this big batch of
I'll put
sausage.
that together. Oh,
And this is only half. This is only half.
Why? I had to soak them for 15 minutes because it has all the salt in it. And you have to run warm water through the casing. If that's not fun, trying to find the hole at the top.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Now how many casings are there?
I didn't count.
Oh my.
But I can here.
Okay, so that's, and then what, you'll like tie it off?
Yeah, we just twist it.
Okay.
Whatever, however long you want it.
Cool. This is a totally different nozzle here than we saw before.
Yep, that's for the rope sausage.
The rope sausage.
Yeah, you're gonna try to keep it consistent.
So Anita and Dave have a long, long night ahead of them. But it's coming along.
I like it when you say something positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes me feel better.
Makes you feel better.
Yeah.
That's all it is right there. You twist them up, and we'll lay them in the pan. And the ones that'll go to the smokehouse, we'll take them down and hang them right in the smokehouse. Smoke them for a couple hours, and then they come in. We bag them up, put them in the freezer. This is the fire pit for the smokehouse.
Okay.
It's about 10 feet away from the smokehouse. With the fire here, the smoke travels underground up into the center of the smokehouse. So you're not getting so much heat in the smokehouse, just only smoke.
Just smoke, okay.
Yeah, we are not trying to cook meat, we're just smoking it.
Oh, that's cool.
We have sausage in there right now. And you can see here is where the smoke comes up out of the ground from the firebox. When we did our pigs, I brought the 4 halves up here and hung them in here overnight. With these chains here, I have S-hooks galore in there. I can hang these racks in here. I put cheese in here.
Okay.
I'll smoke Swiss and cheddar and all kinds of cheese in there. Turns out real good. Tomorrow we're going to have some pork roasts in here. I'm going to be smoking. And then next week will be bacon. And the week after that we'll put our hams in here to smoke.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes. This right here is we're smoking with apple wood. You got a guy up on the ridge here that he calls me when they have apple trees that die or they cut,
okay.
and he lets me go up and get apple wood. Right here we have lots of cherry, so I use a lot of cherry. I'll use cherry for the hams. It really turns out good with the cherry smoke. And I have oak and ash and hickory.
Yeah, I give the old boy a lot of credit for doing all this kind of stuff.